So a very warm welcome. I formally welcome you, my dear client. And
Thank you.
yeah,
It's an honor and a privilege for me to be here with you again.
thank you. It's my blessings indeed to have lovely patrons and lovely clients like you yourself. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to decode what is Venus doing in your first house in an exalted position. So, you have an exalted Venus, and the highest exaltation point of Venus happens on 28 degrees. And you'll be surprised that you have a Venus which is 25 degrees. It's so close, almost on the exaltation point, and you are truly blessed by Ma Lakshmi, goddess Aphrodite, goddess Venus herself. And we decode it in the Indian Vedic astrology as Ma Lakshmi. So she blesses you with her abundance. Now, all of us know that Ma Lakshmi is so beautiful. Her beauty is so captivating. And beauty as in not just the surface beauty, it's extremely skin deep. So she blesses the ones with great virtue, benevolence, and virtue in the sense that soft, sweet mannerisms in speaking and very gentle behavior, soft, kind, mild, and of course the disposition of the body is very beautiful, and in a man it makes him very handsome, right? So having said that, you have that true essence of the exalted Venus here in Pisces. So Pisces, if you may so understand, speaks about the universal love. And Aquarius is more about, the universal togetherness, because the Aquarius sign is about community. When you go in a social circle, you interact with your friends. That's the community, a sense. But when you go a step beyond and you reach the 12th house, from 11, we have the 12th house, right? All the houses start from the first house and they end at the 12th house. So that 12th house speaks about the togetherness in, the universal way, like we all have the souls. And when you connect with the soul, and when you connect with the, what should I say, influences of the universe around, then that's talking like the Pisces person. That's what the Pisces energy basically is about, the universal togetherness, the universal love. And also, this is a sign of great creativity and imagination. And, the creativity is fueled in by the imagination, because the Venus, we speak about the lovely arts, music, dance, and art forms, like they are artists, painters, and also great musicians, and also playing musical instruments. So Venus is about, and also dancing. So having great, and, admiring the beauty, glamour. So all that is under the domain of Venus, right? So what happens is that all these things, like creating a painting, or even like if some woman adorns, like they say, the makeup is very creative, isn't it? So the creativity, even when you're dancing or you're singing or you're playing some music instrument, it all speaks about creativity. So that creativity is actively fueled by the imagination, right? And the sign of Pisces is highly imaginative. So this is something so beautiful, and it's a very spiritual sign. Now, the true creativity and the imagination, it's coming from that true spirituality, which is latent in the sign of Pisces. Because that's why, goddess Lakshmi or Aphrodite herself and the princess Venus, they feel so happy in this domain. which is so creative, so imaginative, and which is also deeply spiritual. The Venus love is actually truly spiritual. When they say that the planet is exalted, it talks about extravagance, luxury, larger than life situations, and great glamour. When we speak makeup, jewelry, all the things which give us comfort. Air conditioner is not important, right? But it's giving us comfort, and it's one of the luxury items. So many luxury items around in our life, which make us more convenient. And even the cars, that's all coming in the domain of Venus, right? So, but Venus is beyond that. Venus is beyond the material domains. And Venus speaks about the true spiritual self, which she feels when she connects with the sign of Pisces. Like you're sitting, say you're Venus, and you're sitting on the chair of Pisces. So that's the disposition of, Venus will be under the influence and under the flagship and under the, seat of Pisces, right? So Venus feels extremely happy here. Extremely. That's why Venus goes in its highest. Now, what does exaltation mean? Exalted means that you're highly in your grace, you're in your command, you're in your zone, and you're in your highest dignity, and you're in this elated self. So imagine, every planet has got its house wherein it feels the best, right? So the beautiful Aphrodite is deeply happy when she connects in a spiritual way. And there's another thing which I want to tell you, that in the deepest. Now, what is Pisces? You're a water sign yourself, you're a water bearer, because in your first house you have this beautiful Pisces, and it's shared by the water signs. There are two more. One is Cancer, one is Scorpio. So all are water signs, right? But there are different levels of water. Like Cancer is about the fresh water, the upper layer. That's the Cancer energy, which is very rippling, which is flowing, and which is warm, because there's contact of sunlight directly on it, isn't it? And then the middle stream of the water is Scorpio, which has got both the energies of the upper ripples, the Cancer, and below the Scorpio, the deepest of the water is Pisces. It's got the both flavors, right? But it's still quite deep. Now, even deeper than Scorpio is the Pisces energy, where even the sunlight doesn't reach. Now, the deepest ebbs and the darkest, most dungeon and the most secretive and the most deepest of the levels are found in Pisces. Now, if you may understand that the true treasures of the flora and fauna are found in the deepest levels of the water, isn't it? Now, we've all watched movies of John Depp and the Caribbean, what was that story wherein he's doing the thieving and the treasures are hidden in the bottommost of the oceans. So it's actually
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. So, like the algae, which is, they're sold as food supplements, they are extremely expensive, and most unique of the, the animals, the mammals are found there. So it speaks about the deepest treasures. And when Venus goes here, it's extremely in its element, right? And now what happens is that when we speak about the house, this house, like I told you, it's very dark, it's very deep, and it's very secretive. So that's the 12th house energy of Pisces. Your hidden enemies, your secret love affairs, all the things which are there sitting in your what should I say, your dream state, super subconscious state, hidden within you are all in this area of Pisces, right? And also the hidden talents, like you could be having many hidden talents, and at work you might be a very different person, but if they come to discover you on a more intense, more deep, and a more, what should I say, in a more detail oriented depths, then they could find you to be very creative, and it could be shocking them that otherwise he has this very hard demeanor, but beneath him he's so creative, he's soft, and he has so many hidden talents, right? So that's the energy of Pisces, and it's originally ruling the 12th house. Now you carry that energy in your ascendant, which could make you man very secretive and very creative and very intense, right? So now what happens is that Venus speaks about the sensuality. Venus is your grace, your beauty, your propensity to form relationships, as in love relationships. And also Venus gives great attraction, because if there is no attraction, then you will not come close to the woman also. And the woman also needs this Venusian attraction to even come close to you, okay? So, and Venus is about the creativity, it's all the beautiful art forms. And Venus in your chart, man, is your girlfriend and then your wife. So the kind of qualities which we'll be discussing will be so much of the qualities of the woman who you will attract, right? Because in a woman's chart, Jupiter is her husband, and in a man's chart, your woman is Venus. So anybody who will fall in this domain of the Venus in Pisces will be your partner for life. And I want to just tell you a few more things, that your marriage, the quality of marriage, of course, is the 7th house, but what kind of a wife shall you attract? Or what kind of a wife you seek from within, those deepest, darkest realms of you. What does it seek? So it seeks the Venus in Pisces kind of a partner, right? And the love which the Venus in Pisces has is away from the religion, and it doesn't follow any cultural boundaries, and it's not constrained in any religion. The Venus in Pisces will never consider the conventional, and it just rejects all the conventional accepted parameters. For the Venus in Pisces, it's paramount that you connect in a spiritual way with the partner, right? And the religion, right, the culture, the good or bad, nothing seems to matter, but connecting in a deep spiritual way definitely matters, and it will make you very broad-minded, because since you have it in your ascendant, it also speaks of your persona. So the broad-mindedness seeps in, right? And also the Venus here wants to break all the shackles. Whatever you're conditioned with as you were growing up, whatever parents tell you, society tells you, you will be strictly rejecting all that with this kind of a position, right? And also the true love, you will not marry for the sake of marriage, but you will seek that true love, which is connecting with the spirit and connecting with the divine love. So, it makes you very compassionate towards the underprivileged, like somebody who's very helpful, somebody who's like, we can say like Florence Nightingale or like Mother Teresa. Love is not confined just with the certificate. You get married and you need a certificate, and then you say, I can love, and then I can buy her things, and then I can be true to her. So Venus in Pisces is really not like that. It doesn't need any certification. It just needs a commitment. And that commitment will only come across when there will be soul connection, right? And also Venus is finding peace, and it's got the propensity to love everybody, right? That when we spoke about the universal love, which means it's got the propensity to connect in an emotional way with just everyone. Are you getting my point? Even if it's your
Yeah, but I just want to ask one thing, if I can, if I may, because we're talking about marriage here. Now, my first marriage is over. So
hear it through. You'll understand why that also got over. So you first you listen to the analysis, and then we'll keep the end for you.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
now you'll understand more. So this is your propensity. You know, the Venus here in Pisces gives you the enormous power to find peace and love with everyone. You know, the love is not divided according to the culture, according to the wealth, according to the background. It's just a giver. It's somebody who loves to love. So that's the power of Venus in Pisces here. And especially with a woman, suppose if a woman would have this kind of energy, Venus in Pisces, she'll be very choosy about the partner till she doesn't find absolute oneness and that spiritual association. She will not say yes, and she will really not like to marry. And that superficial surface love will not matter. And she will stay single for the longest time till she experiences the true depth of love. And for a man, he too seeks a divine connection. Until he doesn't experience this, he could, now further on we'll say how did the marriage also happen. But till, you know, you don't feed the spiritual soul oneness with the man, he's always going to be searching. And now the Venus in Pisces man will come across lots of beautiful women in his life. Now this kind of a position will attract women who are very cultured, who are dignified, who are very beautiful, who have a very pleasant demeanor. Like you don't have good lighting today, otherwise you're such a good looking man. So now, you know, the same quality of Venus you will attract, and also the dignity and the, what should I say, you will want to connect on a very higher consciousness levels with her, and she also seeks the same in you. So truly you do come across different attractive, beautiful, culturally rich women, right? But the true love is beyond the material aspects for the Venus in Pisces, because beyond the looks, beyond the money, beyond the status, you seek the internal bond. Also, till you don't tap in the what should I say, internal, the very internal way with the sweetheart, till you don't realize this eternal connection, you're always going to be searching. Your soul will never be calm. And with this kind of a position, the marriage is very late, because the person keeps finding the perfect soul connection. But the sad part is that if he gets married early, which he could, then the marriage is doomed, because there is lots of delay. You know, you have a Saturn aspect. Your Saturn aspects this Venus. Your Lord Rahu also aspects this Venus. And Saturn is a planet of delay. Saturn is a very mature and a very, what should I say, it's very hard taskmaster. It's a planet which is controlling the karma of a person, also the reward that you get after the hard work, and it's the karma karka, Lord Saturn, and it's a very hard taskmaster. It's very disciplined, and it wants you to pay all your taxes on time. It wants you to be very diligent, very duty oriented. You have this Saturn aspecting your Venus, so you know it makes you very disciplined. It makes you that hard taskmaster and will always get you a woman who will be a hard taskmaster. That do this, do that, and she's very disciplined. She wants you to reach the heights. You know, both since you're seeking the soul connection, so she's just extension, or she's just mirroring you. You know, that twin flame energy. So it's best if the marriage is delayed, because if the marriage happens, this is my observation. It's not written in the Shastras as such, but after having gone through, you know, my charts and the way I internally channelize this energy. So they're hopeless romantics. Like the love quotient, it's like they're hopelessly romantic. They want to go for the moonlight long drives, and they want to gift the sweetheart strawberry and chocolates, and they want to go for the ballroom dance, and you know, all the gayness and what should I say, the very exotic things they want to do with their partner when in love, you know, that kind of spiritual love. Now usually the Venus in Pisces will not care about the material gains. But you have this aspect of Lord Saturn and Lord Rahu. These are malefic aspects. So maybe, you know, in the search, you're searching and you're coming across the Venus, because Venus is the girlfriend, very rich women who are very luxury oriented, extremely well placed, and, you know, good choice of jewelry, clothes, and living in great opulence and luxury. So this comes, but even after having the malefic impacts, still the yearning is to connect on a very, very deep level, right? Even in your, now I'll explain you how is this impacting your work. I'm not doing a business or a career counseling for you as of now. We're just dwelling in your ascendant, but still it's spilling there, and I'll take it after I'm going through this Venus. So what happens is that wealth becomes the comfort for you. So, and for the woman, you know, so it becomes very important and paramount, because, you know, your ascendant Lord, now Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Goddess Venus comes and sits here. She's really happy. She's at her best at that 28 degree, and you have a 25 degree. But the Pisces sign is ruled by Jupiter. Your Jupiter goes and sits in your 11th house in the Labsthan, and is sitting along with Saturn. So I'll tell you in a bit what this means too. So when your ascendant Lord goes and sits in the 11th house, you know what it's doing? It's making you very desirous, and desirous of earning wealth and amassing lots of material, because that's the house of material gains. Whatever comes in your pocket through maybe a client, or maybe the job, or counseling, whatever you're doing, is coming through the 11th house. And it's also fulfillment of desires. It's also your friends, you know, like you're somebody who's going to have a huge social networking circle, and you're not very shy. You're very happy about interacting and having lots of social connections, and also having lots of desires. And till they don't get fulfilled, you know, you're not going to give up. So you have Jupiter debilitated. Now this Uch Venus in great dignity and power. Then you have the dispositor. You're sitting on the chair, and the chair becomes weak because it's debilitated, right? And so it's on shaky foundations. So you will have that the power, the blessing of the dignity of the Venus, but then the shaky grounds will also make you do lots of mistakes, like choosing the wrong partner, having a unhappy association, right? And is also sitting with Saturn. Now Saturn is sitting in his own house. So, you know, in a way, it could mean that maybe the kind of woman who you will attract could be very interested in earning money. She could be very desirous, and she could be very oriented towards how much money am I earning? And she will do it through her hard work, because Saturn sitting in the sign of Capricorn makes the woman extremely powerful, hardworking, judicious, and the debilitated planet could get a lot of money, right? So this could be a quality of the partner. And also when I was speaking about love, lots of celibate. Now, if you say that, oh God, this is very exotic, and this sign is about deep love, and it's about deep aesthetic union, and it's about the man woman love. No, it's beyond that. And lots of Venus, exalted Venus, are seen to be celibates. They are seen to be nuns, because their love is so profound that it cannot be contained with one person. Are you getting me? So it's love. Again, the universal love is creeping in. So definitely it's spilling into so many places beyond just that physical attraction, or that some internal sparks which are coming. Beyond that, it's about, it's debarring, and it doesn't constrain to just this material association. It speaks about love which is all around them, right? So I'm just